Hello there, Star Wars fans. This week on the Community tab, I asked you, the community, which era the rumored Ahsoka Tano series could take place in. Could it be during or after The Mandalorian, as we see Ahsoka Tano take Baby Yoda under her wing and help him find his parents? Or could it be during the Galactic Civil War, and then we could see some crossovers with the Cassian Andor series? Or possibly, could this series actually be the search for Ezra, and we'd see Ahsoka and Sabine looking for Ezra in live action? I asked all these questions of you, the community, and you guys, as always, came through with some amazing thoughts, so let's get right into them. And as always, we're going to start with the most popular question here, and that comes from Paladin, who states, "The search for Ezra has to be animated. I can't imagine anyone except Tia, Taylor, and Ashley playing these characters." And absolutely, Paladin, I believe that the Search for Ezra series will be animated, but Dave Filoni is a busy guy. There's only so many things he's going to be able to do, so I do think there's an outside chance that this might be live action. And it could be the Ahsoka Tano series that's being rumored. Hares V, or Hares 5, is up next, and Hares V states, "Could it be a combination of during the Galactic Civil War and after The Mandalorian?" And that's a really cool idea. I hadn't really thought about it skipping through different time eras, but that is definitely something that I could see Dave Filoni pulling off. Not to mention, it's probably what fans would really like to see, fill in some of these blanks. Ahsoka has such a complete story. Show us some of the most amazing moments that we've missed so far, in live action no less. And we also have Josh Morrison, who states, "I really hope it's during the Galactic Civil War, but hey, if we get any of it with Ahsoka, I'm not going to complain. Such a great character and always so exciting to watch." And absolutely, Josh, I feel you on this one. If we get any sort of Ahsoka Tano live action series, I'm going to be happy. And I'm sure most people in this community are going to be happy as well. Yes, is it going to be a big difference and kind of jarring at first to see a Rosario Dawson playing her? Absolutely, but getting more of Ahsoka Tano's story from Dave Filoni himself, well, that's going to be awesome. Thanks for that comment, Josh. But moving on to our next comment here, we have Omar, who states, "I'm really fed up with the Galactic Civil War. I hope it's post Return of the Jedi. I want to know how she continued her life and what she did." And yeah, it would be very interesting, Omar. She should actually be setting out and finding Ezra, and then hopefully she would have actually had time to find Ezra and return to the known galaxy to be part of the Mandalorian series. Let's move on to the Medieval Man 9, and he states, "If we're talking about the rumored live action series, which is totally happening since literally no one in any authority or position to know has come right out and dismissed the rumors as false, silence is as loud as speaking sometimes, then I would say that it's going to be during or after The Mandalorian, assuming that Rosario Dawson is playing Ahsoka, that is, as that would make Ahsoka roughly the same age as Dawson. On the other hand, if they also manage to decide to get someone who is a decade or two younger, then it's conceivable that we could be set during the Civil War. If that's the case, then we'll get a series that shows us what led up to her becoming Ahsoka the White. Personally, I think this is the least likely scenario. This sounds more like an animated show premise, in which case they'd still use Ashley to voice her. And great point, Medieval Man 9. Nobody from Lucasfilm, nobody official, has come out and dismissed these rumors. And I love the fact that you point out here that Rosario Dawson is the right age to play Ahsoka at around the time of The Mandalorian. That is something I hadn't really taken into factor as well. But on your third point here about Ahsoka during the Civil War, I still really like the idea that was mentioned earlier about getting some different stories from different time periods, maybe even some flashbacks. I think if that's what Dave Filoni wants to do, then that's what he'll do, and I think he'll do it well. But as always, love your ideas in the comments. Thank you, Medieval Man 9. And let's move on to one more question from Din Djarin himself, and it states, "Who knows when the Ahsoka series will take place, but it's all going to depend on whether or not she absolutely breaks the internet when she appears on The Mandalorian." And Mr. Djarin, there's not a lot of certainty to all these rumors, but there is one thing for certain, and that is if Ahsoka shows up in The Mandalorian, she will absolutely break the internet. A live action Ahsoka is something that fans have been clamoring for a long time. This week's community video is a little late and it's a little shorter. I apologize, but with the holiday and trying to navigate working from home, things have been a little crazy at the household here, but I'll do my best to keep the content coming. As always, I'm Mike. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and may the Force be with you.